make a video about pretty much godparents, which is kind of weird because I never really thought about naming godparents before. But like, I don't know. Well, my thing is like ever since pretty much my daughter was born, I've been thinking, you know what I'm saying, pretty much I've been growing up. Finally, after all these years. You know, pretty much paid off all my bills. I'm debt free now. Saving up to get a house and everything. Married. And like, I've been just sitting there and think, well, pretty much we had to choose godparents for my daughter. And you know, I got a whole lot of friends and family. And I always thought, hey, you know, I just picked 2 people I knew and just whatever. But my thing is, ever since my daughter's been here, I've been thinking like, wait a minute. It took me a while to realize it, but like, when I started going down the list of like friends and family and everything else, and I started thinking about it, because like a lawyer, I was actually sitting down talking to a lawyer about my will. I figured I never had to make a will before, so I figured I'd start trying to actually see how to make one. Because I figured since, you know, one day I'm not going to be here. So, if I'm not here, what do I want done if I'm dead? So I was sitting to talk to the lawyer. He's asking all these questions and stuff. I just never really thought about it. Like, wow, if I'm gone, or like me and my wife is gone, who would we want to raise our daughter, you know what I'm saying, everything else? And it's like, I started going down a list of like friends and family, and it's like, holy crap, like all the people I know, it took me 3 days to actually go down the list and find some actual people where as though like would actually raise my daughter the way I would want her to be raised up. You know what I'm saying? With like respect, common sense, knows about finances, like a loving, caring person. You know what I'm saying? Not just not like doing drugs or wilding out, this and that. And it's weird. It's like I got a lot of friends and family and everything else, and I can only pick 2 people. Well, no. My thing is that I did know other people, but they are like a lot older. So it would be like, well, if something happened to me and my wife at the same time, the people that are a lot older, that would be good role models. Like, I don't think they would do it because, you know what I'm saying, by their age and everything. My parents, you know, they getting up in age. I know, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, it's their granddaughter, but it's like they getting up in age and they can't really, you know what I'm saying, chase her around and do this and that, you know what I'm saying, like they could do with me when I was a kid, baby. So I had to pick them. I had to pick, you know what I'm saying, pretty much godparents for my daughter. And it's like, yeah, it took me a while to figure out after, like, I kept going down, like, I wrote down all my friends and family. And I was, like, checking off the list, like, them and their children and their, you know what I'm saying, like, pretty much them, how they are, and how their children turned out, and, like, from my friends, them, and their children, and everything else. It's like, wow, like, after that list was done, I only had 4 people. Out of a list of 100, I only had 4 people that I would actually feel safe and comfortable with if me and my wife is gone to raise my daughter. And I was like, that's wild. Out of over 100 people, only 4. It's just wild. And it's like, I don't know. I think it's got a lot of dudes like that's the like. It's a lot of like messed up people in the. It's a lot of good people, but it's like, who do you trust to actually raise your children if you're not there to raise them on your own? It never dawned on me. In fact, when I found out my wife was pregnant and everything else, I was like, yeah. I was all happy and everything else, and it's like, I never actually thought about it until she was born. She was in my hands, and I was holding her and everything else. I thought, like, wow, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not here, who would I want to raise her? I mean, that's something like a lot of people just need to think about. Like, if you're not here, who do you want to raise your children? And who would you feel comfortable with raising your children? It's just something to really think about. Because I'm like, my thing is like, the way I was raised, I look at it, and it's like, it's a lot of things my parents did when I was a child to when I was like, you know what, since I have children now, like, some stuff I would do that they did, and there's a lot of stuff I wouldn't do. Or I would do differently. Like, me, like, growing up when I got out of high school and everything else, like, I didn't have any money to go to college or anything. Like, no, I mean, like, my parents saved me some money and everything else for me. But, like, it didn't teach, well, no, yeah, my parents had some money for me and everything else, but, like, they didn't teach me, like, actual, I can't really say them. Like, no one actually taught me finances. Like, I had to learn, like, a lot of finances or financial stuff on my own. And it's like, and the thing is like, I've been walking this over for over 30 years, and like in the past 2 years, I've learned more about finances and making money and saving money and everything else than I had my whole life. In 2 years, I've learned all this. And it's like, and I learned enough to where as though, like, I learned enough in 2 years about finance to where though I was able to go out of the country 3 times. I was able to go out of the country 3 times and pretty much fund all my bills here while I was overseas. And I like said, fuck it. And I like, because growing up, I didn't realize that how to take my money and make it work for me. And it was like, when I learned that, I was able to fund my life here in the US, and I left the country for 2.5 months. And like, I was able to keep all my bills paid here in the US, and I'm overseas for 2.5 months. And over there, I got an apartment, everything else, and finance and everything over there. And then like, a situation came up to where though we couldn't get to the hospital that I already paid for. We had to go to another hospital. The other hospital, they screwed me over, but they gave me a bill. I was like, oh, okay. Pay for the bill straight cash. Because in 2 years, I know about pretty much me listening to Dave Ramsey. And like, listen to Dave Ramsey and pretty much what he was saying and everything else. I know how to save money, you know what I'm saying? And like, start paying for stuff cash and not use credit card and everything else. It's like, wow. Like I'm out of debt. I got 3 vehicles. I should be buying a house at the end of the year. I'm starting to get money in the bank. And in fact, that's another thing I was talking about earlier. It's like, my thing was, me growing up, I didn't have, well, like, yeah, like, about finances. Like, with me, I'm going to try to teach my daughter finances, because my thing is that when she gets out of high school, my thing is, I'm going to try to make sure when she got out of high school, when she go, no, I'm saying she goes to college, or she chooses to go to college, her college is paid for. If she's smart enough, she get a scholarship, guess what? That's gonna be her money in her pocket. Hey, you know what? When you get out of school, this is your money to go out there in the world, get a house, do whatever. Pretty much, I'm gonna give her a good head start in life. And like, I don't know, it's like, to me, it's like it's something I wasn't really given. So it's like, I'm just like, just thinking about it, like, like, pretty much I'm just thinking about life and like godparents and like everything. But what my one coworker was telling me, he said, well, you're getting older and you finally start thinking like an adult. And I'm like, yeah, could be true. But I don't know, I just thought I'd make a video or just pretty much chit-chatting.